Hi, here with Ryan Harrison. He just played on the center court. Great match today. Tell us a little bit about the facility and the courts.
You know, the courts are great. I grew up playing on these courts. My dad was a head pro at a private club in Shreveport, Louisiana. And, you know, when I was growing up playing practice sets, I'd always have to play against the members of the club who were wanting to play on this surface to save their body. And so I'm certainly comfortable on it. I love being here in the South, and especially in somewhere as nice as Savannah, where I can feel like it's almost like I'm playing in my backyard because it's what I'm used to. So I'm excited to be here.
Good, good. It's been a couple years since you've been here. What have you been doing and focusing on your game in the last 2 years since we saw you?
Well, you know, the biggest focus when I was here last time was obviously trying to get into that full-time tour level player. I was able to do that for like the last year and a half or so and get up to the top 50. And then at that point, once you get to that level, you have to kind of reconstruct things. You know, you can't just get to like a top 10 player by just having consistency or whatever. So for me, whenever I got to that point, we had to start kind of going back to the drawing board because I was beating a lot of guys that were outside the top 100 and outside the top 50, but I was not winning a lot of matches in that area. And so we had to kind of go back and look to develop a little bit more of a powerful game from the ground, and a little bit more risk, but a little bit more reward too. And the last 6 weeks I've been getting a lot more comfortable with that game style, and I'm certainly looking to build on it.
Yeah, and it looked like you served well today. I think you were at 62% first serve today. Is that something else that you've been focusing on?
Definitely. I've always had a live arm, but keeping that percentage up is something that you would like to try to do. It's like a pitcher thrown out of his strike zone. If he's not throwing strikes, it doesn't really matter how hard he can throw it on the gun. So for me, I'd like to try to keep that first serve percentage up, even if I have to lose 5-10 miles an hour to do it. That's definitely, that's just a little bit of experience coming into play. You start to learn that, and start to, if you have 3 games lights out and then get broken 3 games, you're probably going to lose a set. So.
Yeah, it looked like you played well. Now, Zhang's up next. What do you know about him, and what do you need to do tomorrow to win?
Well, I just spoke to Bobby a little bit. I've known Bobby for a long time, so he was fortunate enough to give me a little bit of advice on how things went with his match today. I'm going to have to serve well again. That's kind of where things start for me. And then just that same kind of attitude I had today, just quiet confidence where I keep things under control and kind of play things on my term. I feel like if I do that, I'm going to give myself a good chance in those matches.
Well, good luck tomorrow. Thank you, Ryan, for coming out. We're at the Savannah Challenger at the Landings Club.